Hi guys, welcome to my lesson. Today we shall look at the Kenyan folk song in grade 7. So welcome to my lesson. So remember to subscribe, remember to share, tell people about Batista 254. Let's work together. Let's dive in. We say that what is folk song? Folk song are traditional songs sung in the local language by the people of a particular community. They are passed down from generation to generation through the word of mouth. Where do we learn? Who taught the folk songs? These are the grandparents, parents, other peoples in our community. Let's now look at the Kenyan folk songs are very very diverse, reflecting the rich culture within the country. They are generally classified into three. We have the community of origin, occasion, and have the gender. These are the Kenyan has many ethnic group, each with its own different folk songs. Look at Masai, Luya, Kikuyu, Luo, Kamba, among others. So you can see they have their own style of performing the various folk song. We have the occasion. Folk songs are performed specific event and occasions. We talk about ceremonial songs, work song, storytelling songs, lullaby songs, celebratory songs, war songs, and children songs. These are the occasions that they perform the various folk songs. We shall also look at the other occasions and so on. We talk about the gender. In many Kenyan community, there are songs that are traditionally associated with a specific gender, women's song, men's song, children, among others. They are related to domestic activities, child care, social gathering among the women, and the frequency associated with the hunting, warfare, and leadership roles. The folk songs performing techniques. We shall look at the vocal projection and balancing. We look at the phrase. When we talk about the phrase, reflects the natural flow of the language and the songs naturally. That's what we are talking about. You can also read more about this. When you talk about in common singing, the voice projection is important for carrying the song across all the open spaces. Let's look at now the tempo. We have the tempo, we have the tone, we have dynamics, expression, and interpretation, and so on. So you can see these are some of the techniques they use when they perform folk song. Let's look at also we have the gestures and the movement. Where we talk about gesture and facial expression, how the face will appear, the body movements that we'll use, intensive and the mode of the song. Intensive and the mode of the song of the performance are influenced by the song performance or purpose and the occasion, funeral, ceremonial, and so on. Then idioms, authenticity of the song. Those are some of the techniques that they use when they perform the folk song. They maintaining the authentic style and idioms of the song is key, and so on. So you can read more and more about this. Now let's look at the values that you learn from the folk song. Loving one another, being responsible, respecting others, work together, unity, bringing people together, peace, honesty, kindness, hard work, love, politeness, and respect in the community, among others. Now these are folk songs are sung by the men, women, boys, girls, boys and girls, and so on. As we talk about the genders of the song as we elaborate. Roles of the folk songs. We have various roles. Advise people, educate people, praise the leaders and the people in the community for their good deeds, condemn bad behavior such as abuse, stealing. So folk songs help to educate people on moral value for moral values. So folk song help to rebuke the bad behavior. Still on the roles of folk song, talk about preservations of culture and heritage, language preservation, social cohesion, and community building, among others. So, teaching moral guidance, which is the moral values, performed in ritual and ceremonial occasion, and spiritual practices, entertainment, and recreation, among others. Folk songs are performed during the occasion, during the marriage ceremony, community sports, during the naming of child, the community entertainment, circumcision, initiation ceremony, funeral, working, wedding, among others. All those are the occasions that folk songs are performed. These are the types of folk songs. We have naming folk song, worship folk song, marriage folk song, initiation folk song, work folk song, and funerals folk song, among others. There are many, but we have chosen to discuss these ones for today. When we talk about the naming folk songs say are performed to celebrate the birth of a child, the welcoming the new member of the family and the society at large, among others. Worship folk songs are performed during the religious ceremonies in different places of worship. We look at the roles, educate the believers about God, praise God, entertain the worshippers, and encourage and give the hope to the worshippers. We look at the marriage ceremony, are performed during the marriage ceremony. They are sung to praise the bride and the groom. They educate the newly married couples of the values of marriage, such as love, faithful, and hard work, among others. Let's look at initiation. Are sung during transition from one stage of life to the next one. They are educated the initiate on the moral values they are expected to uphold in the community, among others. So the work folk song are song performed when people are doing different types of work, such as farming, grazing cattle, building, farming, harvesting, among others. Let's look at the funeral folk song. These are songs performed when mourning the death of the loved one. This helps to come together and celebrate the life of the dead, among others. So let's look at the message in a folk song. The folk songs is about lives, activities, things around us. Folk song tell us about work, God, people, healthy, and behavior in the community. The message make the folk song useful and is suitable for the different activities and time during the performance. Let's look at now the importance. We talked about importance and roles of the folk song. The same. Still, we are still talking about the importance. Where it help us to cultural preservation I've mentioned above. It is source of employment, attracted tourists. Folk song entertain the audience. Folk song educate people on the moral values. Talk about the good behavior and safety. When singing in a group, they should respect one another. Should also avoid using abusive words. Or in the folk song, when performing folk song, it is safe to avoid crowding when performing a folk song. Also, it is very important to avoid a slippery floor and may make you fall and you cause accident or you injure yourself. Make sure movement around uniform and so on to reduce the accident. Now that was all about the songs. Thank you for watching. Thank you for continue being with us.